So, without going off on a complete tangent, I want to try and explain what is going on in my life, in my head, and how I function as a person. So, I've been speaking to my mum recently, who watches these videos, and she mentioned, oh, hi, mum, by the way. Um, she mentioned to me that I should go back and look at the comments and like look at the content that I'm creating. So I thought, well, I don't really want to do that because I don't want it to become something that I obsess over where I have to feel perfect and put together or engage with people, even though engaging with people is exactly the whole point of what I'm doing. I'm a lost human being in life. Like, I have a job, I have structure, I have routine, and then one day I mentally burnt out. People started telling me, I think you're a bit autistic. And so I'm looking for a diagnosis of autism. And I thought, well, I need to know what this is before I go rummaging around trying to. I've got lost in my head. Trying to figure it out, basically. Long and short of it is, autism diagnosis needed to understand myself better. And if it's not autism, then I definitely have ADHD or something, unfortunately, going on in my head. And people can say, but these things are amazing. They're not to live with. I'm sorry. They're not. I'm not having a good time in life inside my head. Externally, I know I look like I'm having a good time most of the time, but 95% of my waking day is spent emotionally controlling myself and trying to not emotionally react to what's happening around me because most of the time I don't understand. And it took me a long time to realize that about myself, to truly understand that I do not understand the world the way other people do. I do not get it, and I react emotionally to it because I live in my emotions. I am made up of a crap ton of emotions, and I can't escape them. I live in them, and I wish I could explain it in a sense of like my world. If I'm upset, right, I'm sad, for example, my whole world becomes sad. Every memory becomes sad. If I'm happy, every memory becomes happy. And I look at everything from multiple points of view constantly. Everything, whether I'm right or wrong, it doesn't matter. I can see both points of view and then some. It's like my brain is wired to try and understand everything from so many different points of view, and it's all just gobbledygooking around in my head. That's the reality of my mental health. And then I've got to try and filter that all through and say it out loud to people like I'm a normal human being. But my brain just doesn't work like that, and it never has. And it's caused me such confusion because I just live in a little fantasy world inside my head because I find the world overstimulating and I just didn't know. Like, I am quite the isolated person. I spend so much time on my own. And up until I was 36, I had been in a relationship my whole entire life. So I'd never known how to actually be alone. And being alone now, most of the time, I'm just frozen in thought and analyzing myself. And I need to do something more than just plodding along in my life, which is what I've always done. Always. I don't know if any of that made sense. It's just ramblings coming from my head, but thank you for listening.